Hey, Coach DJ from Infinity TV. Ahead of the game against Connecticut, without giving up too much of the game plan, scouting wise, what are some things that we must do today in order to get the W?
Yeah, I think some of the intangibles make Connecticut an incredibly difficult. Is they have six people in double figures. So Marina is coming off the bench for them, but clearly one of the stars of our league and a tremendous scorer. So they have six people who can go score 20, in any night. So they have balance. They do a good job of playing to the player strengths of those six. But the intangibles for us is they're number one in the league off of points off of turnovers. So we have to keep our turnovers low. We have not played them poorly either way. We were in that game with a late fourth quarter lead in Boston, but both games we had over 20 turnovers. So that just they're so dynamic in transition off of turnovers. You got to keep that low, and then offensive rebounding and second chance points and points off turnovers. So they haven't had to run a play yet, and that's almost 40% of their offense. So the intangibles are, can you keep your turnovers low? Can you hold them to one shot and one and done, and make them be efficient in their half court? Now, they are as good a team late in the shot clock. They run as many off ball screens as anyone in the league, less on ball screens. So the shot clock is constantly winding down, and they're really talented scoring later in the shot clock, that last 8 seconds. So we've got to be able to sit in the stance and guard for 24 seconds. Because of the way they play, possessions are lower. So it even highlights even more. You can't waste possessions with turnovers. You can't waste possessions with poor shot selection, because there's less possessions in the Connecticut game than some teams that you play.
What's going on, Sparks fans? It's DJ Trice, and welcome back to a brand new episode of The Spark, my personal fan commentary podcast for the LA Sparks. Y'all, the question that you just heard was me before the last game against the Connecticut Sun, asking Coach Miller, really drilling down on this matchup. What did we need to do to get the win? He very transparently let us know what we needed to do. And all the things that we needed to do were problems in only the fourth quarter. And this is a recurring theme that we've seen with the Sparks. We've seen 3 solid quarters of basketball in order to keep us competitive, and then one quarter where things just kind of go awry. So we're comfortably sitting outside of the playoffs, last in the WNBA, 12th in the WNBA, with a record of 7-28, y'all. So not that we're giving up hope for this season, but we're already looking toward what is next. That's the important part, y'all. We know Cameron Brink will be back next year healthy. We already have that confirmed. Rickea Jackson is only getting better. Unfortunately, she was in draft class with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, so things with the Rookie of the Year kind of just fall. She's comfortably third, okay? In my opinion, overall basketball-wise, she would be number one. She's improved over the season. She wasn't starting in the starting lineup the first couple of games, but quickly had to move into that. She's gotten better and better. Double-digit games. You almost can expect a 20-point game every night from her. So Rickea Jackson has been really turning it up. So imagine a world where Cam Brink is back healthy. Rickea Jackson is playing better than she's playing now. And then you got De'Erica Hamby, who has a contract extension, as well as Azarae Stevens. Stephanie Talbot also got a contract extension. We expect her to be coming off the bench next season. By we, I mean the fans. Okay. I don't think Stephanie is, and no shade, of course, but the way that she's been described by the coaching staff and by members of the media is like the glue of the team. So not really a starting role, but definitely an impactful role for the Sparks. Big shouts out to Odyssey Sims. Came in on hardship, just got announced that she will be extended throughout the end of the season on a hardship contract, really giving us some solid minutes. I personally think we need to sign Odyssey. I don't know if anybody from the Sparks organization will watch this show or LA Sparks Weekly, the other show that I'm on, but I'm constantly talking about how we need to lock down Odyssey Sims as a great point guard addition. In my opinion, it would be great to see Odyssey Sims as well as Ari McDonald. It complicates things if we get the number 1 pick in the draft and we get Paige Beckers, though, because that would add an interesting mix into the flow, which I will say the Sparks have had 2 losing seasons in a row. The Indiana Fever, who's doing great right now, had 8 losing seasons in order to get that roster that they got right now. In order to get a Caitlin Clark and a Leah Boston, a Kelsey Mitchell, you had to have some hardship. So we are in prime position to be a playoff contending team next year. It is okay that right now we're not there. De'Erica Hamby hasn't been as hot coming off of the Olympic break. But again, she didn't know she was going to be playing in the 3-on-3 Olympics. So we can't really ask more of the players who are already doing those things. Leah Rue, hope to see her coming back next year. She has really developed her game, especially in that game against Connecticut. It was fun watching her match up against Bree Jones and just watching them play physical basketball. Again, Lee has a 3-ball that she can play with. So it's exciting to see what pieces the Sparks are going to play with next year. And also what direction coaching is going to take next year with Kurt Miller. He has built some of the greatest teams. That Connecticut Sun team that you're seeing, that is a product of Coach Miller. He actually drafted Bree Jones, Dejanay Carrington, all of these players who have materialized in year 4 and 5 of being great standout players. He was there at ground zero. So have some patience and give coach some grace. He can't get on the court and play for the players. He only can really affect them and make sure that they have all the tools that they need to be successful. Looking forward, Tuesday, we got Connecticut Sun again at Crypto.com Arena. Wednesday, we're also at home playing on September 11th, playing the Connecticut Sun. Playing the Seattle Storm. Both the Connecticut Sun and the Seattle Storm are in great playoff position, y'all. They are fighting for their seeding position. I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas anyway. The only win that I could see us maybe scraping by with 5 games left in the season would be that Tuesday, September 17th, that home game finisher. Hopefully we can close out against the Phoenix Mercury and squeak by with a win. One more win just to give us some nice balance at home, give the fans a little reward for sticking through all season. So, Sparks fans, don't give up hope. Go ahead and renew your season ticket membership as soon as you can, because I'm sure the prices are going to be rock bottom. I'm going from 1 seat to 2 seats, so I'm locked in for next year. Excited to see how the ladies play these last 5 games in the season. Thanks so much for listening to The Spark, watching The Spark for those of y'all that are joining me on YouTube. We keeping it locked in. I'll keep coverage throughout the whole time, and I'm going to do a special episode coming up with my WNBA finals predictions, a specific episode just for that since the Sparks aren't in it. I'll drop it in the Spark feed, but it is going to be in video on YouTube. Thanks so much for staying locked in with me. You already know me as DJ Trice. Make sure you follow me on every platform that you can follow anybody on at DJ Trice. That's DJ TRICEY TRICE. I'll see y'all next time.